The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Gregory Rousseau, the rookie from Miami, in there to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now this time, Allen will throw. Going deep for Diggs. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing deep.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdes-Scantling. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want a coach in Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On play action, Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Allen now on 1st down. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To the air, Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, he's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Allen. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
They've got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this...
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And no Allen to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Allen off the play fake. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Here's Allen to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Looking again for Diggs, and this time he's got it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
We all saw the talent, the big plays in Minnesota, but Stephon Diggs really elevated his game in Buffalo last year. Led the NFL in catches with 127. There's another one right there.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Allen going to go on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And
they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play fake. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Mahomes to throw once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Mahomes will throw for it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go right back to Singletary.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now Allen, got to have this one.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. On 1st down, Singletary. And he's got some space here. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Allen going to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On play action, Allen. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final try here for Allen. Forced out to his left. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. Throwing now is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Moore now to return. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him to 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Moore now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. On play action, it's Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 47. And the Bills are right back in this football game. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now Allen. Going for it all. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Bills have recovered.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. First down and more. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.